You're on.
Okay, so one thing I forgot to mention in the last section was if you're going to use personal conveyance, so you click off-duty PC, that's for personal conveyance. This is where you add your reason for why you're using personal conveyance. So most of you guys usually say, you know, kicked out of customer or kicked off property. Just put in here whatever the reason is, and then you click submit. And now you're in personal conveyance, you drive around. And then to end the personal conveyance, you just status and then go back on duty or in sleeper berth, whichever status you want to be in. I'll just go on duty. And then another thing in the log screen here, new driver logs. There's this, if you hit the options here, right here it says diagnostics. You click diagnostics, over here has if all of your connections are working. So right now these are all saying passed. If it says failed for some reason, then most likely your computer isn't acting right, your GPS isn't working right, and your logs, you know, probably aren't up to date. So remember how we've been asking you if, you know, if there's any X's up on that screen to call us. But when you call us, you know, if these are all good but you don't know what's going on, or like it's still not working right, go into here and check this diagnostics out, and then, because chances are one of these might say failed, and then we can maybe dig into it further and get it fixed instead of you guys sitting on the phone for 2 hours with PeopleNet. So now the one other thing I'm going to show you is, we go back to our home screen here. If you get pulled over and a DOT cop wants you to transfer your logs to him, what you do is you click this little roadside button, which is on your default home screen. You can add it to your fleet home if you want to. And then there's this data file transfer here. So you click that, and then the officer will know like what you want it to do. So if he wants to email, you click email. If there's a web service that's using, you know, whichever he tells you to do. And then if he wants you to enter a, you know, a name or something for the file, you know, just enter whatever he asks, and then you click done, and it'll go through the process. And then, I mean, that's it for the roadside inspection. And then, oh,
Log out.
when you try to get out of the roadside,
Oh,
if you notice, it won't let you press back. It makes you press home and enter your password just as, you know, just an added security measure. So click home, enter your password, and then it brings you back to your home screen. And then the last thing to do now is just log out. So before we would log out, we would click the driver guy and then log out. That doesn't work anymore. See, it sends an error that you have to go through the eDriver log screen. Press OK, it'll bring us back to the eLog screen. So inside your driver logs, you press status and then sign out. And then now, if you're a trip guy, you usually just use sign out off duty. But for local guys, we're going to sign out and stay on duty, because you stay on duty and then you come up, do your paperwork, and you're going to log out on the computer the same way as you would normally. So for this, we'll just go off duty, and then it retrieves your log for the day. And then this won't pop up because this is just saying that there's logs from like 2 weeks ago. But if your logs are all up to date, it won't say, it'll just say log say received. Press OK, and then you log out. And that's it for, you know, how to use the ELD system.